Welcome to Spreadsheet Solving. Our video today will cover the concept of naming and protecting cells. And we are going to show you this concept and how it can benefit you through this template, which is our club shirt order template. So let's imagine you and I are club officers, and here are all the members of our club, and they have all already entered certain information, such as the number of shirts they would like to order and at what size. Now we are going to use the concept of naming and protecting ranges of cells for 3 reasons. Okay, this is how this concept will benefit us. 1, naming cells allows us to create a name that's easy to read and remember. That's 1. 2, we can use this concept to simplify formulas. So I'm going to show you that concept right here. And 3, protecting cells allows you, if you're using this template to collaborate with others, for you to protect certain cells from other collaborators in terms of whether or not they have access to editing or commenting. Okay, so I'm going to show you all 3 functions within this name and protect cells arena. Okay, so first things first, how do we name cells? Okay, so there are a couple ways. Well, this is the way to do it. Let's say I want to designate a name for all these cells. Now these are our club members. So if I highlight the range of cells and go into the data button up here, I can go into this, click right here, which is called named and protected ranges. When I click here on the right hand side, this window opens up, and at this point I can name this subset of cells anything I'd like. So you can choose something that's easy to read and remember. So in this case, we can say club members, etc., names. So I'm going to say members. And at that point, you can click done, or you can click protect. So let's click done for now, and I'll show you how you can edit your settings and say you want to protect or add permissions. So at that point, once I clicked on the add permissions, I, Amy, am a club officer along with Tiger Toby. And you can designate whether, say, I can comment or can edit. And in this case, as a club officer, let's say I can edit, but there may be situations where you, as the owner of the template, will only want me to comment and not to edit. So that provides you with 2 options, and at that point you can click Save. So it's very simple in terms of how you want to name a group of cells or range of cells. You go into the Data button up here and click on Named and Protected Ranges, which brings up this window right here. Okay, so I'd like to do the same for 2 others. Let's highlight this range, which is the size of the shirt. Again, named and protected cells. This range has been highlighted, and I'm going to name this size. Again, you can add the protection. In this case, I'm going to keep on going here. You know how to do that. And I'll also do the same for the shirt count. I've highlighted this range here. I can click here, given that this window is already open, add a range. It's been highlighted, and I'm going to call this number. This is the number of shirts each person wants to order. Again, you can click on the protect. You are now well aware of how to set who else could have permission to make that sort of edit. Okay, so at this point I've got 3 sets of ranges that have names that I've designated: members, number, and size. So let's see how we can simplify formulas using these names. So how do we determine the total number of shirts? Of course, you can take the sum and highlight the range count. Well, given that you've already named the column count with the reference name of number, if I just type in number, the spreadsheet recognizes what number means. It references that entire column here, these group of cells, and if I click enter, the number 83 comes up. Okay, so now if I take a look at my formula yet again, sum number, my formula has been simplified. It takes the sum of number, and number refers to the range of cells that you have designated. Okay, I can do the same here. So what's the total number of small shirts, medium shirts, large shirts? And in this case, I would use the SUMIF formula. At this point, what is the range? The range of cells would be the shirt size. What's the criteria? The criteria is S for small. And finally, what do you want to add up? You want to add up the number. And at that point, you have, out of the 83, 22 smalls. And at the same time, I can now copy and paste that same formula, and all I've got to do is just change the criteria to M for medium and L for large. Okay, so this shows you how you can simplify formulas rather than reference the entire cell ranges. You've already designated those ranges of cells, and you can simply use what the name of those cell references are. Okay, so there you have it, naming and protecting ranges of cells. It's a neat function here, and you can see how you can designate what the names you'd like off to the right, and you can also designate who has permission or access to editing it, and finally you can use it to simplify formulas. Now, what if you want to delete a range of cells? Well, let's say we no longer need this members. If I click here on edit, there's this little trash can to the upper right side, and if I click on that, you can delete the range, click remove, and at that point, that specified range that you've named has now been eliminated. Okay, again, for more information and resources, you can always check out spreadsheetsolving.com. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Take care.